Welcome to my GIS portfolio video series. My name is Robert Sacco, and since all of my GIS database administration and web development work occurs behind a firewall, I thought I would create this video series to display examples of my work. In this video I will be displaying a pilot I'm working on currently for the display of habitat treatment data. So this is a JavaScript API from ESRI, and I've got three tabs across the top. On the left hand side, one shows a legend, so the green points are the project locations, and then the kind of orange filled polygons are habitat treatment areas. So these are individual treatments that may be related to the project locations in a one-to-many relationship. So in this, the project managers that were working on habitat treatments requested that the managers be able to query the data in several different ways, including species, the status of the project, treatment type, and the project manager. And so there are drop downs and radio buttons for each of those query selections. So we can query by a species, say elk. We can further refine it to completed projects, and if we wanted to even further refine it, we could choose a project manager. And in this pane we also get a window of all the returned results, just a quick three-field description of the name. So this allows the project manager to quickly identify which project they may be interested in. So we got return 2. Selecting one of them in the tables will both open the pop-up that provides the information on the project in the pop-up, and then additionally, if there are any related treatment areas, they show up in the spreadsheet type grid at the bottom of the application. Then if the manager was interested in the specific treatment, they can click on it in the grid and it will zoom in and highlight that treatment area. And then of course there's the ability to clear the filter. Additionally, the filter returns in the grid in the left-hand pane only those projects within the zoom extent. So like if the user were to zoom into an area and just want to see what projects fit a certain criteria in that area, then they can do that as well. So that's pretty much for search filters. Again, similarly to other applications I've developed, map navigation, there's the standard GIS toolbar type tools for zooming in, going to the previous extent, panning, and zooming to the full extent of Colorado, which is the extent of our project area. In addition, we have the ability to zoom to certain coordinates. So our standard for the state is UTM zone 13 in the NAT83 datum, and so users can plug in coordinates and select go to coordinates, and the map will zoom to that area. In addition, it provides a translation to other coordinate systems. So we have a sliver of the state that's in zone 12 that some of our folks need to have that information for their GPS units, as well as common latitude and longitude coordinate systems. So whichever, and then again the pane allows them to choose whichever system they want to put enter their coordinates in. and then when they hit the coordinate button, go to coordinate button, it'll zoom to it and then complete this table, translating it to the other systems. In addition, we have a township range locator. So if somebody wanted to zoom to a certain township range, they could do that. And then they also have the ability to turn on that grid system. And this township range is actually being served by another state agency and just using those services that are not managed by us. But it was pretty handy to be able to consume their services and provide this functionality. In addition, we also have common to our agency are divided up into administrative boundaries where different personnel are responsible, and they're able to come in and perhaps choose an area that they're interested in, and it'll zoom to those administrative boundaries. Other features are we've got base maps, standard ESRI provided base maps, and then I also added code to provide for connections to Bing base maps for aerials, roads, and as well as the USA topo maps. So if people are interested in different variations of base maps, they can switch it to there. In map navigation, we have a couple of toolbars. So for zoom in, the globe takes us to the extent of Colorado, which is the extent of our data. And the default map navigation is a pan. So as users zoom in, they can also click on a point in an area and the pop-up for that project with the information for that project will appear, as well as any related habitat treatments, polygons that may be associated with that project. So again, the user can select in the grid at the bottom which habitat treatment they're interested in, and it will zoom and select that polygon. So again, I hope you've enjoyed this video. It's a demonstration of some of my work doing application development for the ESRI JavaScript API. Thanks.